Oh, hey guys. What's up? Hopefully all is well. But dude, I have a bit of a well, timely sensitive issue that I need to resolve fairly quickly actually. So currently it's April, middle of the April, I think like 14 or something like that. But the issue is that Santa Claus did some work back at the forest, and well, I need to go haul that crap out of there. That would be number one. Then I need to go pick up new trees. That would be number two, and I need to also plant those trees. But yeah, I'm kind of late on this matter at the moment. So I should actually have the new trees already planted, because dude, it's getting kind of warm, and it's better to plant the trees if it's still kind of cold outside and moist. If the dirt is like, well, super dry, kind of crumbles in your hand, then it's not gonna, then that dirt is not good for the trees, right? Currently the dirt is on its way to get to that phase, but it's not quite there yet, so I'm gonna try to get those trees out. Also, there's a bunch of brush piles there, and yeah, currently I'm not sure, but maybe Santa Claus will even cut more. Hopefully not, but well, it would be great if it did, but not so great for me, because that means I need to do more work, which is not good. It's something, some fire, yo. What's up, kids?
What?
What's up, kids?
Good. What are you doing? What are you doing?
What am I doing?
Yes. What are you doing?
I have no idea.
Vedo la vicino.
Olettaa.
Yeah. My dad is a good at English. Yes.
Now we're with you.
Ah.
Provi.
No.
No, provi.
Yeah.
Nyt.
No. I don't want to.
Ah.
Remember.
Oh. You okay?
Latina.
Yes. We go there.
Latina.
No, not there.
Wait. They're going there. What is that? Mitä si puhke ei ole?
Siinä on kõik kohad puhketäis. So my neighbor doing some work there.
Kas pikk ei meie peale ka puhkeda?
So basically, yeah, this area, I need to clear everything up here. There's a bunch of stuff here that needs to be removed.
Ai, Nimo!
Oota, mis sa nüüd sülti mängid? Ei mängi sülti, hoia jalad all. Ei mängi sülti.
Ta ei ole rohkem sülti.
Kuule, siin ei saa mängida, lähme eemale. Ei ole mängukoht. Basically, I need to remove everything in this location, but I'm not really sure what I'm gonna do with this stuff. And there's cancer roofing panels, which I brought here like 2 years ago, and they're sitting on a pallet, so I can move them around if I need to, but I just don't have like an end goal for it right now. My idea was that I'm just gonna get the remaining panels off the roof as well, because I still have 2 buildings with that stuff on it. And then if I have all that stuff on pallets, then I will figure something out. Right now it's just kind of here. But dude, I want to plant new trees in this area as well, so they kind of will get in the way now. But whatever, I'm gonna deal with this a bit later. I need to remove everything else, then we're gonna try to figure something out for this punch. Honestly, I just don't have a good plan at the moment. Now, before I get to hauling, I need to do like a quick fix on my trailer. Actually, a lot of you guys mentioned this. I just have no idea why I did not think about it. I mean, it's right there. Even the previous design kind of says what you need to do. Basically, I need to remove that ring and install like a ring which matches that angle. Then mostly this thing should stay put nicely and it will not spin around stupidly. But if you hit a wall or something with the post, then it will swing out of the way. That's kind of the point. So I don't really need to do much, guys. And the problem is only in the posts themselves. So I'm just gonna cut that off, install a new ring. Huh. Look at that. Quality maximum. Maybe I think this is as best as I can do it. I think at least it won't like free spin anymore. It kind of stays in this side. Stays in this rotation at least. Okay, I just need to make 5 more. 5 more. No, I think that will do. But let's fix the grappler as well, then we can get to work. One of the hoses got squashed between something. I couldn't really figure out what exactly, but it looks like this got a bit of damage as well.
But this one is not leaking, so I'm not gonna swap it out just yet. And I think that edge is what caused the problem or damage. Little white mark there, and this one had a hole in it.
There's a hole. Man, I hate hoses. Everything should be Wi-Fi, including hydraulics. How good would that be? That sounds like $1 billion idea. Let's do it. Let's do it, guys. Give me some ideas. I will give you 5%. Let's get to work, guys. Now I figured why I still have dump bed behind the tractor, so I might as well fix another time sensitive problem while I'm at it. Now last year I hauled all the firewood from the firewood shed here before I demolished that building, and honestly I was kind of hoping that maybe I will use it up. You know, I've been feeding this stuff into the sauna throughout the entire winter time, but I would say maybe like not even half of it is gone. Definitely over a quarter, that's for sure, I've used up, but I would say most of it is still here, sadly. Now, I fire up the sauna every other day, but maybe I should do it more often. But you know, the goal right now is that I'm gonna quickly sort through this stuff. Maybe Santa Claus is gonna come and help me out with it. And everything that is just too crooked, gnarly or big, I'm just gonna throw it in onto the trailer. I'm gonna take it to my firewood pile and just burn it later. And everything that is kind of okay, I'm gonna stack it there. I mean, stuff like this I can't burn at the sauna. Also this, what is this? This junk. But basically I just gonna need to clean this area up because the grass is starting to show, and Supermom basically, well, she wants this pile to be gone. Also, so do I. So this is gonna take a bit of time, but I'm gonna make it fast for you guys, okay? What do you think, guys? Does anyone want to buy some really good quality firewood. I'm your guy. Call me up, yo. ei tea, kas on mõtet paneb äkki mingid brussid äärde või vaju, ei vaju laiali või?
Ma ei tea, kui kõrgelt ladu on.
No siia peab nii teise rea ka tegema. Yo, I think that takes care of that bit. This super mom can access the area now with her super lawnmower. What do you think, guys? I'm thinking 3 months, maybe 4. That's the time it will take to go through this pile, I think.
But we should be good for a while.
So
I think it's fine.
But yeah, I'm gonna go grab a quick little lunch break.
Then we'll continue with the movie.
Okay guys, so yeah, about the panels, I had a little chat with Supermom, and I'm gonna move them to a different location. And somewhere where they're not gonna bother anyone for the foreseeable future. No, I'm not gonna bury them or flush them down the toilet. I mean, at least one of those options is illegal, right? So I don't wanna get any trouble for that. So I'm just gonna move them. that postpones that headache, I guess. About the little crashing sound, just ignore that. I mean, everything just went according to plan. Nothing significant happened. But you know, I'm gonna go grab Blue. Oh, Blue is already here. So I'm gonna go grab the grappler. And then finally we can remove stuff which are actually useful. We might have some problems with the trees down there. Up on the hill the ground is manageable, but you know, down there it's good. Check that out. Really nice soil. And it's overall very soft. Some of the trees are actually like back there. I'm not sure how I'm gonna get those. Probably need to pull them out somehow. But you know, all in all, I think I have like maybe 3 trailer fulls of firewood, and I'm gonna sort out some nicer pieces for the sawmill. There's a couple of there, and then I can see a couple of here as well. Maybe some there as well. But total, I think like three trailer loads of firewood, and maybe like 5 or 6 brush piles. Although some of them are pretty deep in here, I don't think I can get these, because I definitely can't back here with the tractor. That thing will get stuck here without a doubt. So my only option is really the bobcat. No way I'm gonna carry this stuff out of here by hand. That's just too labor intensive and not worth it. But technically I could get this stuff in the winter time, but then again I wanna plant new trees throughout this whole area. So if I do that, then I can't come back here even during the winter time. That's why I don't mind that I'm messing up the forest floor a bit, because I'm gonna plant new trees here anyway, and then I'm gonna leave this area alone. No need to really revisit this. location whatsoever. But yeah, let's see how things go. Who knows, maybe there's gonna be a major issue somewhere down the road. You guys do like those things, but one thing's for sure. Yeah, the grappler is great for picking up these stray biles. For example, like that. These small biles all over the place. Now I could pick them up with the trailer, but that means I would need to move the trailer around a lot. And you know, that just kind of takes forever. Unpacking and reloading, that just takes forever. This is a bit better option, although it messes up the floor a bit. However, that doesn't bother me whatsoever. Yo, let's go. Yo, let's go. Yeah, so far I'm really liking these. They're not free spinning around anymore, and I didn't even notice the posts, to be honest. Kind of nicely staying where they relatively need to be. But yeah, guys, I want to try one more thing. Okay, so I'm loading the stuff on the trailer with the Bobcat, and then unloading with the log lift over there. What if I tried to unload it with the Bobcat as well? Would that be faster? I'm kind of curious to try. I think it's not worth it, maybe. But you know, let's the next load. Let's try that. Now I'm assuming that considering all the time wasted so far driving and stuff, I probably would have already emptied like half of it with the log lift. So let's just kind of keep that in mind. Mida sa kuradi jorss kogu aeg kukud maha? Well, definitely faster, but yeah, I would say not by much. Maybe like 5 minutes or so. Yeah, with the Bobcat you can't build the stack high. That thing will do a bit of a better job at that. This is about as high as you can go with the Bobcat. I mean cat. Yeah, sorry, that. But you know, that's a lot higher. Higher, better. Takes less space. How did that happen? What? I just turned the thing like freaking tofu steel, man. What the? That is not normal. That. What the hell? I think that's it, except the final pile, but you can't access it from this side. It's just too soft. I'm gonna sink in, and I can't access it from the other side as well because that stupid tree is in the way. I'm gonna try to maybe push this aside a bit, then I can maybe get this thing and flip it around the tree.
No, this is a very good example of tofu engineering. Press like a wrong button for a second and everything is bent into oblivion. Shouldn't be the case.
Yeah, I need to fix this somehow. I can't use the grappler at the moment whatsoever.
What shit is this? Oh, that's pretty straight. Whoa. I am so sorry. Oh, my bad. I am sorry. Okay. It was an accident.
You know, I figured I'm gonna maybe add some reinforcements to that area, but I think it's not worth it. Honestly, I'm thinking maybe I will switch this thing out for something bigger. I mean, these things are not that expensive. I think it was like 300 euros or something like that. Right now, I'm not gonna do any farmers fixes on this one. It will work until it will not work. That's the cake of it.
By the way, guys, check this out.
Guess I'm a hydraulic pump now. But no, I think I got all the firewood material out now. The only thing remaining is the energy wood. That should be actually a pretty straightforward job. Only issue is the biles further inside the bog. You know, honestly, I'm kinda hoping that maybe Santa Claus will not do this side this year. Because dude, the firewood pile, it's so huge at the moment. I think it's even bigger than the sawmilling log pile. So I don't really have any room to put that stuff anymore. Hopefully it's not gonna continue. So I think I'm gonna do like a quick time lapse about this part. And then once I finish it, I'm gonna explain what's the deal with the energy wood. Because to my surprise, a lot of you actually have asked, what am I gonna do with that stuff on the side of the road? Personally, I thought it was a pretty common thing, but apparently not. Only up north in Scandinavian countries, I guess. But dude, let's get to work.
I think that's about as high as I can go with that stupid little thing. I would say that's maybe like 4 meters high, 4.5 perhaps even. You know, I can go a bit higher, but the stuff just starts falling on me, which is not very good. But you know, that's fine. That's plenty high enough. That means from there all the way to the end I can do like a nice new layer on top. At the moment I only have one more load back in the forest, and honestly I'm not really sure if I'm able to even get that. The final couple of piles are a bit problematic, but we will deal with that later. As of right now, I'm gonna try to explain what's the situation with this pile, because apparently this is not very common in the rest of the world. It's very common in Estonia, and I'm pretty sure it's very common in Nordic countries as well, like Finland, Norway, Sweden, Latvia, Lithuania, definitely, Russia, maybe. Not sure about any other European country, but you know, up north it's a very common thing. But basically I'm hauling all this crap here because I'm hoping to sell it as energy wood. So what will happen is, after this pile has been sitting here for like maybe half a year, then now if I can find a buyer, that is, but then 2 trucks will drive by this pile. One is a standard semi, like an 18-wheeler or something like that, and another one is like a special truck which has a wood chipper mounted instead of the trailer, or maybe it's like a combination. The entire truck is the wood chipper, for example. And you know what they do is they chip all this brush, and it's loaded straight into the semi, and basically after it's been, you know, chipped up nicely, it's something known as biofuel, and then it will be transported into a special energy plant which will feed the chips into a special furnace which will heat up water, and it will either, you know, run a turbine to produce electricity, or they will run the hot water through the mains of a local city, for example. Now usually the power plant and the guys who chip it are 2 different companies, so the chippers will pay me some amounts of money. They will chip it and transport it to the energy plant, where they will sell the chips to the energy plant. Now as of right now, I've heard different numbers how much this stuff is worth. This particularly is probably not worth much. I mean, there's not much of bigger pieces in here. Usually the pieces are like, or brush is like this. Mine is like that. So probably like 2 times smaller than what usually they chip. However, the prices do vary between 11 and 20 euros per cubic meters of chips. So after they chip it and put it in the trailer, there they can calculate how many cubic meters did they get from this pile. Now it will probably take a while for me before I start searching for a buyer for this garbage, basically. I think I'm gonna wait at least until autumn and then try to sell this stuff, or maybe sometime during the summertime. But then again, during the autumn time the prices are probably higher because the temperatures get a bit colder. But during that time I'm hoping to add a bunch of more material to this pile, and I want to inflate it as big as possible, because if it's such a small pile, then sometimes the chipping companies don't even want to bother driving here, for example. So I need to definitely make it bigger. Hopefully my explanation made some sense, because I don't think I can put it any clearer than that. But you know, let's go try to get those 2 final piles. They're a bit of a mess, honestly. Yeah, mostly I got everything out without any major difficulties, but there's these 2 piles. One is here. You You know, I think I'm gonna get this one, but that's another story right there. I mean, I tried already. Maybe from this side. It's just too close to the death bog over there. I mean, you guys want to see something cool? Dude, man, I'm 100% sure if I just jumped into this bunch, I'm just gone, man. Easy way out. Easy way out. I tried from this side, but this side of the tire just went underground somewhere. Plus, oh, guess it's not a stump. I figured it's a stump, but whatever. Yeah, I realized I can't get it from this side, and I started to back up, but then I got stuck, went deeper. Eventually I did manage to like push my way out, but in the process I damaged that tree, this one. Maybe this is fine, just gonna push it over. This one's down. Pretty sure both of them are dead now because of me. And you know, broke this in half, and you know, bent this up a bit. So basically, I got so much collateral damage by attempting to get that pile from this location, and I really hate myself for that. Not worth it. 100% not worth it. Oh, I broke this as well. Look at that. What a moron, man. I should slap myself. But maybe I can grab it from this side. I mean, there's nothing here, so if we sink in, then we sink in, but at least we can't damage any trees because there's nothing here. I'm gonna try to grab that pile first though. Can't quite get the last pile. As you can see, it's just so super soft. Now I was thinking maybe I could back the trailer here, but if I got stuck right there, there's another soft spot right here, then the tractor is stuck, and yeah, I don't want to take that risk. Maybe I'm just gonna leave it there then. Santa Claus, why did you park it here? Why did you not park it on the bog there? It would be a lot easier. I would just grab my helicopter. Also, the orientation is wrong, and all the branches are this way. I would need to grab it from this side actually. I can't really grab anything from this side, and I can't move it around as well. It's like a really stupid little... That's probably not good. Look at all the resin though. Oh man, that smells so good. Yeah, I think my only option, viable option, would be just try to pack the trailer here.
traktorist tulnud toss vist. Traktorist? Jaa, ma arvan küll, jah. Ta on kuidagi, see jääb seda lihtsalt, see rõhk on nii madal, vaata.
See 40 reostab nii palju atmosfääri, vaatame. Dude, I hate loading brush onto that piece of crap trailer with the lift. It's 10 times easier to unload it. I don't know why, but picking that garbage up from the ground is just not worth it. As you saw, it took me like half an hour to load what Bobcat could have done in like a single bite. Literally, it's just worthless. Yeah, still have a little bit left here, but whatever, it's fine. Yeah, we can plant a couple of trees in the center here, and everything else will be just food for the ground, I guess. But guys, I'm gonna go unload the final pile as well, and well, then I need to go get trees.
Okay guys, so it's been a while, but I finally got... siia pani selle. But I finally got the trees. Yeah. Should be pretty good. We got 1000 spruce saplings. Pica abies is the Latin name for it. Yeah. Look at all that greenery. Dude, we should throw this on the sawmill. Maybe we can get a couple of 2x4s. Okay, but no, overall the goal is to plant them as fast as possible, because currently the weather outside is still kind of cold. Luckily summer hasn't really hit yet. Snow, rain, that sort of stuff every day basically. But it's the perfect weather to plant new trees. So I'm gonna plant the forest trees first, and Supermom wants some type of a line of trees near the property line. So she said that I should leave at least half for that. That means I can plant 500 trees in the forest. So let's do that first and then try to figure out what type of line she wants to plant. So I'm not sure how many there are in one bag. Oh, 140. So okay, let's say 150. So 150, 300, 600, 900. Basically, I can plant like 4 boxes, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3 boxes will be for the line. 2 bags. Yeah, let's start off right here. Maybe the excessive noise pollution the billionaire is producing over there will give these trees some extra power. Dude, that sneaky owl is looking at me. Look at that. What a sneaky guy. Now I'm just here to plant trees. Don't kill me, okay? As always, I'm gonna go about 2 meters between each tree. For example, here, these guys are kinda too close to each other, but whatever. Maybe some of them will die out before they matter. Right now, though, I'm gonna go about 2 meters. Should be able to cover the entire area, and then some. Yeah, this must be really exciting. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I'm practically crapping my pants. Luckily though, luckily I have adult diapers on, so it's not really a problem per se. However, I think this plot is finished. Yeah, I wish all the soil was so nice. It's so easy to install these things. Everything is just so soft. Look at that. Look at the darkness, man. That's pure energy right there. Red Bull. On activa. All in all, about 200 plants went into that area. Okay, well, at least that's done. Let's keep going. I still have a lot to do. Oh, by the way, Santa Claus decided he's not gonna clean up this side this year. Honestly, I even agree to that. Too much work for 1 year. So he's gonna do it next year, and same business. Once he cleans up all the garbage, gonna plant new trees in this area as well. But I'm gonna go put some trees down along the property line and near the pit. Oh, by the way, guys, yeah, I haven't used a bit in several months now. Look what time has done to it. Now all the rocks are kind of falling down. Dude, this is like a natural screener. Not bad. Looks like this side is starting to green up, which is pretty good. And that tree, so far it's still hanging in there, I guess. Can't say the same for that guy. The one which fell into the pit, but then I replanted it there. It was green for a while, however, eventually it died. So sad. Now, if you guys remember, when I was doing the pit cleanup, I also planted some pine here, relocated them actually. It looks like they're not doing the best. Oh, this looks fine, but that guy is about to go out. A little bit of greenery left there. I think it's the winter. When I planted them, it was not the winter, but after plantation, winter decided to come back for several weeks. We even got like -10 and snow. So maybe that's the issue there. I'm gonna put some trees here as well. Maybe these pines will go out, then at least we'll have some backup. You know, whenever there's too much greenery around the sapling, then I'm gonna try to clean it up a bit, but I'm not sure if it's gonna help a lot. I mean, that piece of crap will grow back in like a month or two. And I'm really glad some of these areas look like this and like that, so there's no greenery whatsoever. Just gonna plant and move on. And the cleanup takes a bit more time, but I think it's worth it.
kuradi püksid raisk. Mida alla vajuvad, mine söö rohkem burgereid raisk.
Usually I bought open rooted plants, but this time I went with these things. Dude, look how moist they are. Look at that. I think these are better. Although I've done open roots for years. Haven't had any major issues. Couple of spots are cursed. I'm gonna show that later, but you know, mostly no issues. Okay, this spot is taken care of as well. Now, I'm not gonna put anything on this side. Actually, last year we planted birch here, but at the moment you can't really make sense of anything. It all looks the same. I don't know. Maybe all the birch died. Not sure. Maybe that's birch. I don't know. Actually, I'm gonna try to find one. I definitely should have something here. Or maybe we planted up to this point. We planted here definitely. Oh look, there's one. That's a birch. So here, but maybe not here. Yeah, I'm gonna do this corner as well. I'm not sure. I can't remember anything. $2 mind. What are you gonna do? I'm gonna quickly put some trees here, but you guys can you know, stare at the rock for a bit. So sorry guys, you were not supposed to see me. I ruined your rock experience. My bad. Okay, I'm out of ammo. I have to go reload. think that's it. I think that pretty much satisfies my plantation needs. As of right now, everything I wanted to plant. I mean the area. Now I'm not gonna go beyond the dirt area because down there in the greenery department there should be a bunch of birches. We planted them last year. But right now, like I said, you can't really make any sense of things. I'm not even sure how many years you have to wait until the bark starts turning white. Maybe like 5. I'm not sure. But you know, before we go and plant or try to figure out Supermom's line, I figured I'm gonna do like my own line here. From the bit on both sides of the road, I planted trees like 2 meters apart. So from here in about, I don't know, 10 years, I'm gonna have like a nice spruce tunnel, I guess, right through the thing. Now I figured I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep following the the road on both sides up to the stream area and maybe a little bit on that area as well. I think it's gonna look really great in about 10 years or so. Just imagine having spruces on both sides of the road. I hope. I'm gonna let you guys stare at the puddle for a bit. You know, need some diversity in the video. Too much plantation might get boring. Whoops. Mis kuradi hobuse sõnnik silmal kasvab keset mu kuradi kiirteed. Water. Yeah, I think this was a good idea. It's gonna give me that good feeling, you know, whenever I'm driving by them. It's like, hey, I planted that. That was me. I did that. But you know, I think that's about it. Everything I wanted to plant. So let's go see what the Supermom's line is about. Tulete pestete mu käru kära või?
kus sina läksid? Sauna taha ega ei olegi vaja.
Rõõda ja võiks.
Saunatagune on ka nii ära võsastunud, ma mäletan, et seal sai kõndida.
Aga piir lähebki täpselt sauna tagant.
Aga seal oli, ma mäletan, sai käia.
See ei oleks mõtet siia selle maltsa sisse panna, paneb siia äärtama.
Minu arust ka, minul oli ka video.
Ikkagi hakkama siit.
Mõtlema, et seletada istuda vahel.
Ei no,
Ära võtta!
ja nii, aga siis teed selle külje ikkagi tagasi.
Või panna, et piir läheb just sauna tagant.
Äkki siis tõesti panna, siis arvestada see katusalune nii, et
Nii üksik.
ei no aga katusaluse ju, kui sa teed, siis sa teed ka ta seina, et
Jah, söö seda, see maitseb väga hästi.
pane ära see käed, seda ei tohi puutuda.
Mitte ära mä näpi mitte.
Aga meni.
See ema ujub kogu aeg. Vaikselt.
Unia või?
Üüstu esimees.
Terav.
Terav.
Nama. Nama.
Või meri peal kuule.
Meri peal ära mine nii lähedal, Eesti ei näe kaevad, ole maksu eemal ja ära püherda sinna. Pane püsti.
Nüüd on minu kord. Nüüd on minu kord. Marilyn oli kõige viimane. Aga ära tule mu vastu. Sina pead sinna poole minema. Siin on see kannis.
Oleme käinud. Aga saunas on ka põtt ju.
Ma võin ei tinna läksid. Andres, äkki sa jõuad tuua selle kasti miinus?
Kus see mauk on?
Ma ei teagi, siit vist peab taha. Tõenäoliselt siiamaani, aga
Aga äkki teeme sealt sinna siin. Nüüd me teeme sinna. Meri, Andres. See on elav. Järgmine on minu.
võiks istutada nende ette ka ühe rea peal. Samas.
pane see põka käima see kollane. ta läheb üle. siit tuled, lükkad sinna naabri poole.
Nii kukud ja lööd ennast käima.
ja ega ta ei pea minema sinna, ta võib ju tulla siia ka. või siia, näiteks sealt tuleb siia.
Alates samalt joonelt, kus need kuused ja
Pop kätt.
Aga kas ma lükkan ta edasi lihtsalt? Lükkan edasi lihtsalt.
And that's it, guys. Supermom's line is finished. From there all the way to the sauna. I don't know why, but they thought it's gonna take like 500 plants. Dude, it did not even take half of that. About 130 total. So I gotta fit like over 300 plants still somewhere. I'm gonna go ask the supervisor and then, well, I'm pretty sure I can fit them somewhere. No meil on veel 3 kasti, kuhu me ülejäänud paneme?
Sinna ülese paplite alla võib ka panna.
Sinna tee ette või?
Jah.
Ja kuhugi mujale veel, ega sinna kõik ära ei mahu?
Muidugi aida taha võib ka panna. Aga seal on vist
seal on räga praegast palju, jah? No eks ma siis ise vaatan. Oh man, I need to buy more land. I'm kind of running out of that now. Okay guys, so I've been kind of thinking here and I think I'm gonna do like a new line here. There is already an existing line out of these pines, but you know, this spot for my logs, this is just temporary. Next year I'm hoping not to put them here. And actually I do have a new spot for logs. It's not finished yet though. Still need to build that spot. But I'm hoping that next year I'm not gonna have any logs here anymore. And I figured maybe do like a new line right next to the road. So in the future I'm gonna have like a green wall which will cover the entire spaceport from you know, from I-97, the most busiest road in Estonia. Yay! So maybe like a meter, about something like that, from the road to a new line. I'm not really sure about this though. Maybe it's gonna look weird, but whatever, let's do it.
Ei saa.
Tähelepanu, valmis, ma ei öelnud midagi veel. Teed sokki niimoodi. Ja sina tule kõrvale, miks sa taga oled? Kõrvale. Nii, tähelepanu, valmis, olla läks. Parenting, guys. That's the hardest job in the universe. Luckily, that's not my job. You know what, guys? Let's do some dunes. This is just extremely boring. Maybe a bit of music and some time lapse. Get through this part. Kuule, vaata, et sa ale kukkusid.
Ütle, kui naisi jõuab.
Mida?
Ütle, kui naisi jõuab.
Mis see tähendab? Ma ei saa aru.
Ütle, kui naisi tule mu teene.
Homme. Jep.
Ta ei jää ööseks.
Jep.
Ta ei jää poodi ööseks. Tal pole seal magamist. Kas ta magab vetsupotis või?
Jah, ta magab vetsupotis.
Ei maga, talle... Muidu saa mine vaata, kas ta juba pani pea vetsupotti. Hello!
Tema läheb jalad ees sinna.
Hello!
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 Kuulge, ärge mängige siin kivi otsas, siin võib haiget saada.
Miks?
Siis kukud, siis saad miks teada. Hallo, ma räägin teiega. Ärge mängige siin kivi otsas.
Mängime küll, tahame.
Ma tahate mängi? Okei, no. What do I know, man? I've only broken my head 7 times falling off a rock. But what do I know? Apparently nothing. I decided to put like a little bit into this mix as well. But you know, I'm not really sure what this toilet aids piece of garbage is. Guys multiplying faster than people in African villages. This is just insane. Also, this entire pathway just completely covered in the stuff. And it just kind of keeps going up the mountain now, invading the entire area. I'm not sure what this garbage is. Now there are birches still in this mess. I did spot a few of them, but I'm not sure if they're able to survive in this forest. I mean, this is pretty much pointless. This is what matters. That guy there. But yeah, I threw a little bit of spruce into the mix as well. Hopefully this is not gonna go to hell. Actually guys, spruce is pretty good at surviving, at least in the early stages. I mean, this entire area has been populated with spruces, and it was basically the same situation I have there right now. But right now it's a lot better, as you can see. And this is my final box now, so I'm almost through the bunch. I need to leave at least 25 minimal for the spaceport area. Basically the little line of trees I did right in front of the spaceport, I stopped it at that point because we got like a physical barrier in the way. Can't continue at the moment. So once I get rid of the logs, I'm gonna continue on up to this point, so the line of trees will cover it from this side as well. And in the future I have that option to expand the spaceport from the concrete to where the trees are gonna be. So I'm gonna get like maybe 3.5 meters, maybe 4 meters of extra space, which is always good. But I have to get rid of that tree, and I got to replant those guys as well. But I'm not sure if they're gonna survive that. That would be like the 5th time I'm replanting them. They're probably very confused by this point. Now behind the cabin I also did a line. So in the future we should have a green wall just behind the cabin. Can't let it grow too big though, we need to cut it down every now and then. Just like a short wall basically. Same deal down the mountain. Trees on one side, but on the other side it decided to put rocks. I thought trees won't work on the other side. Actually this is a good idea because you know, it's safety as well. Supermom, she likes to mow as close as possible to the limits or danger zones. I mean, she has fallen off the mower, I think like 2 times so far, but while mowing on slopes. So I'm afraid that she will just try to mow too close to the edge and then just kind of fall down with the mower. That can't be good. So I think the rocks is like a physical barrier. You can't ram through these things with that stupid little lawnmower, and then you know, she should be out of danger. Also I think it looks pretty cool. It's kind of like almost like a stone circle. Now I'm thinking I should probably add rocks to that hillside as well. What do you think? Medium-sized rocks on both sides of the road. Would that work? I think it would work, but you know, I have exhausted my stone pile at the moment, so I need to go hunt down some more rocks from somewhere. But anyway guys, like I said, I have a little bit left. Minus 25, but everything else I'm planning to put into this little bucket. And previously Supermom always turned to that side as well. Did like a little mowing circle in this area. But I'm thinking I'm gonna just do a line, connect these 2 posts together and fill that area as well. So she wouldn't need to go there whatsoever anymore. But you know, I'm pretty sure if I plant anything into this mess, it's immediately gonna die. So I'm gonna go grab my lawnmower and cut like a little pathway into this spot. get wrecked, you stupid toilet paper rash. And Spence is destroying nature. Hopefully no hippies are watching my videos. What a bunch of garbage plant. Look at that, guys. Much easier to plant trees now. No more of that toilet AIDS nonsense in the way. Now, if you're wondering why I did not remove from there or there, that's because I actually have trees planted there and also there. So I'm pretty sure if I remove that stuff, I'm gonna remove my plantation efforts as well. So basically, I can't really do anything at the moment. Maybe if those guys die out, then I can remove the bunch and plant new trees. Right now though, can't do anything. However, I knew that this little tunnel in the center, I never planted anything. This was supposed to be like a connecting road to that area, but it's no longer necessary. So I'm just gonna fill it with some pica habias. Just said. Okay, so 25 for the spaceport, and everything else I'm gonna throw them in between the areas. Got like empty spots here and there where plants have died out, so gonna fill some of the area up here. About dying off though, you know, much like this, what I did here, I do have this one spot which is kind of troublesome. I mean, let's go check it out. Maybe you guys have some ideas. This area, guys. Now, if you remember, maybe some of you remember, but I actually filled this entire area with the same stuff, spruces. Now, if we go around, we possibly may find some. I think I've seen a few still alive, but I would say like 90% of them are dead by now. And the main issue here is that this area just gets absolutely filled with stinging nettles. I mean, those guys are up to this point. You can't even go into the jungle if it's summertime. So that kind of smothers the small plants completely out. I'm not really sure what would be the proper way to fix this. Maybe something similar to what I did there, but with Joseph. Just go kind of plow into the ground with Joseph, push the greenery away, so you will have that dark soil under it where you could plant trees. I'm not sure if that's a good option. Maybe it's gonna do more harm than good. But you guys, do let me know about that. This area is kind of dead. I can't really plant anything here because the stupid nettles will just kill everything. Look at this field, man. Man, this field is freaking huge. It goes way off into the distance. But guys, there's this one thing about it. Now, I'm not really sure if it's even worth mentioning, but yeah, the field is actually partially on my property. So I'm gonna pull out my little app so we can check it out. No, I haven't even talked about it to the field owner. Honestly, that hasn't really bothered me. Okay, so according to the app there, the property line is somewhere over here. So I would say that's like a good chunk of about maybe 50-60 meters of field, which is on my property. That kind of goes on for quite a bit. Although I haven't really done anything about this because it's not really bothering me at the moment. But maybe I should do at least mention it to the guy. Now, I don't blame the tractor driver. He probably has taken this route for, I don't know, like decades from core memory, you know. But I think the guy is like going further with every year, because I'm pretty sure like a couple of years ago the line was somewhere here, but now it's closer to the forest. But anyway guys, this video is basically over now. I got all my goals finished for this project. But before we finish, I want to go over all the plantations I have done ever since I started. So just gonna start off from the beginning, see what those little dirts are doing, how grown up they are. I think it's kind of worth it. You know, every year kind of see them even bigger. Creates that good feeling, you know. Dude. Now I remember when I planted these, they were like yay high. These things were, well, I got them for free. They were from this farming business and they discarded them. They were too bad or something, I don't know. They wanted to throw them away. So I got them for free and I planted them here. But dude, look at them now. I don't think they're bad at all. Look pretty good to me. It's not a lot of them though. I think we only got like 100 at the time. Yeah, this was my first plantation job. Yay high. Look at them now. Now this was a couple of years later, maybe even more, but filled this entire hillside with pine. Looks like they're doing pretty good. Not as big as the first ones, but I'm pretty sure they're gonna get there one day. And maybe like 2 years later, I planted a bunch of spruce downhill. Now these are the ones which I planted too close to each other. They're like maybe, some of them are half a meter apart. And you guys also mentioned that to me. But yeah, it's fine. If they kinda get bigger, we can cut some of the middle pieces out so the better ones can grow. You know, at some point I planted these guys, but you know, these guys are very slow to grow. Maybe they're not getting enough sunlight. And for comparison, this dude over here was about 2 times shorter when I planted those guys. About my height. Yeah, compared to that, these are nothing. After that, these guys were next. And I would say these are doing pretty good. Growing quite fast. I'm guessing they're getting pretty good sunlight from this area. Like that. And then there's these dudes. They are very slow. They have been here for quite a while. And a lot of them have died out. Like complete open pockets. Too much grass. But still, I'm pretty sure they're gonna go eventually. Yeah, and finally I planted this whole area full. But same story. A lot of them are just gone. It's not that bad though. On this side of the pond, I would say maybe like 60% of them are gone. Because you know, we can walk around and see that some of them are still remaining nicely. So it's not as bad on this side. I mean, even from here I can see 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, there's probably more. 5. But on this side it's not the issue with the nettles. Actually the grass does not grow that big here. I think it's either beavers or a deer who managed to destroy most of these plants. So in the future I have to replant this area as well. That being said, there are actually only 2 more spots where I could possibly plant trees. So this is one of those areas. But I'm not gonna hold off on this area because, you know, Super Sister said that she maybe wants to build a house here one day. Seems like a pretty good spot, I guess. So I'm not gonna plant any forest in this area because of that reason. This is the final area, basically. Well, apart from the power line, can't plant anything under that. But beyond that, there's like an open space where we could also plant trees. Actually, guys, you know, if I get my stupid field back, you know, if the field dude stopped illegally using a chunk of my property, then I could fit quite a bit of trees here, right? Dude, just imagine like 60 meters. I don't know, couple of thousand trees at least. That is definitely an option. Should do that, honestly. But guys, I'm gonna wrap this one up now. You know, I have nothing left to add, so I'm gonna go do something else. Bye. Something. So I'm gonna keep these little dirts here until I can get rid of the log pile. Shouldn't be that long, maybe a month, if nothing goes wrong. Hopefully they won't grow too big.